What is up, guys? Today's video, the purpose of today's video is basically I'm going to discuss and outline how I would recommend calculating your maintenance, cutting and gaining calories. When it comes to your cutting calories and when it comes to your gaining calories, basically you're going to work off what your maintenance calories are. So your maintenance calories are your baseline caloric intake, so the amount of calories and macros that you take in to keep you at a certain weight. Without going up or down. Your cutting calories are then in a deficit of your maintenance calories, so when you eat less than your maintenance, you're going to lose weight and you're going to lose body fat, hopefully. The same can be said, but in reverse, for gaining calories, you're going to need a surplus of your maintenance calories with the hope of gaining weight and adding additional muscle. So when calculating your cutting calories, the recommended deficit to go into is about 500 calories per day. So 500 calories per day by 7 equals 3,500 calories at the end of the week. 1 pound of adipose tissue or body fat equates to 3,500 calories. So the goal would then be to lose about 1 pound of body weight and 1 pound of, which would be 1 pound of adipose tissue or body fat per week. That's a gradual cut. I mean, you can, if you want, go on at 7,500 calorie deficit or 750 calorie deficit or a 1,000 calorie deficit, but not only is this really unsustainable and not manageable, but you're much more likely to lose muscle along with that body fat. The same can be said for a gaining phase. You can, if you want, go into a surplus of 750 or 1,000 calories per day, but you're much more likely to garner a lot of body fat as well as weight, so the more kind of manageable and sustainable it is. So a 500 calorie surplus is what's right. So the best way of calculating your maintenance calories is basically to weigh yourself every single day, first thing in the morning without food for 2 whole weeks, and to track absolutely everything you eat for 2 whole weeks. Then after the 2 weeks, get the average of the first week, average of the second week. See whether where you've gained or lost, a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and then you'll be able to see whether you've been eating above or below your maintenance calories. So say you are 2 pounds up after the 2 weeks, you will then know that you've been eating in a caloric surplus of 3,500 calories per week. So you've been eating in a surplus of 5,000 above your maintenance calories. So I'm just going to give you an example of, say, a 180 pound male. Say at the end of the week he's gone up to 182 pounds. So he then knows that he's been eating above his 500 calories above his maintenance calories, which are, say, 2,500. So he's been eating 3,000 calories per day. He now knows that his maintenance calories are 2,500 calories when you take away the surplus. Hopefully that makes sense. The other way, and the less accurate but easier way of calculating your maintenance calories, is to basically get your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10. You're then going to use what's called an activity multiplier. So this ranges between 1.3 and 2.2. So an activity multiplier is basically the number you use that you put at your activity level throughout the day, not necessarily just for exercise. So say you train 3 to 6 times per week, you then take into account how active you are throughout the day, whether you cycle to work, whether you walk to work, whether you drive, if you're in a busy occupation. So if you sit at an office all day, your activity multiplier is going to be a little bit lower. If you're construction, it's going to be higher. Then other things you have to take into account is how fidgety you are, how hyper you are. So I know myself, I hop my leg, I have a habit of tensing my arms, stuff like that. All these factors need to be taken into account. When you've calculated, or when you've decided upon your activity multiplier, so say, I'm going to give you an example of a 180 pound male again. So say 180 pounds multiplied by 10 is 1,800. Hopefully, don't have my calculator, but for this I'm going to use kind of an average one, so let's go with 1.8. So 1,800 calories multiplied by 1.8 is 3,240 calories. So they are my maintenance calories. To eat in a deficit, or to get my cutting calories, I'm then going to take 500 calories away, so that's 2,740. To eat in a surplus, it's 3,740. So hopefully that makes sense in terms of calculating your maintenance calories, and then how you can calculate your cutting and gaining calories from your maintenance calories. Right guys, so hopefully that helps. Just a quick video on how I would recommend calculating your maintenance, cutting and or gaining calories. In the next video I'm going to be outlining how I would recommend dividing your macronutrients for your objectives, whether it be cutting, gaining or maintenance. So please remember to like and subscribe. Lots more videos coming, so I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.